Oh, cat? I'm gonna have a cat. Okay, so back on YouTube. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to like catch up with you guys again. Like, I know I've done a lot of like update you videos lately, but do you know what? There's like so many things that keep going on, and sometimes it's easier for me to sit down and like chat with you guys about the things I've been up to. But the last time I spoke to you guys, I said I was going to go to Scotland and Amsterdam. Well, I've been to Scotland. Check. Oh my god, I loved Glasgow. Glasgow is so beautiful. I went down in the end on like Saturday evening. So when I got there, we just kind of had dinner and just chilled, to be honest with you, because I got quite late. And honestly, like the train ride to Glasgow, well, the train ride to Edinburgh, because it's the train that goes to Edinburgh. So from where I am in Peterborough, it's the closest station to me. So I went from Peterborough to Edinburgh. It was a direct train, and you go along the coast of England on like the right side. So like, it's so beautiful. Like, I sometimes feel like when you drive, I've driven to Scotland before, and don't get me wrong, the driving was beautiful, but like you miss so many things because you're just focused on driving quite a lot. So I feel like taking train rides to a lot of places or bus journeys and things like that is actually really cool, because you get to see so many things. And I saw like the sea, and oh god. So big hint, if you're getting the train to Scotland, sit on the right side on the way up, and on the left on the way back, you need to sit on the left side of the train. So yeah, that is my hint to you guys. And make sure you guys get window seats, because it's just too beautiful. You don't want to be like climbing over someone trying to see the sea or like see the views. It's just so much easier if you get a window seat and then you're on the right side when you need to go up. So when you go up, you need to be on the left side of the train and on the other way right. And I'm sure that varies depending on where you are getting on from, but I hope that helps. Anyway, I'm going to put in some footage of like my journey so that you guys can see what I saw. It was so beautiful. So here you go.
Nah, we went
That's Ariel.
yeah, sure.
Brendan doesn't even
What's it doing? What time is that train? Quarter to?
1:49.
1:45.
1:45.
Okay, so when I was in Glasgow, as I say, the first day it was just kind of like a chill, because I got there in the evening. And the first thing I clocked about Glasgow was how up and down hilly it was. It kind of reminded me of where I grew up in Stamford, but it was really, really cool. I really, really enjoyed it, and I realised very quickly how unfit I was. And yes, I have been going to the gym and stuff, but after my MOT, my car battery died, so for the last week I haven't been to the gym, and I noticed the difference when I'm not actively going to the gym consistently. So when I come back from Amsterdam, my biggest focus is going to be on gym and like being active, and like even if I'm not going to the gym, going out for bike rides and things like that a bit more. I mean, it's still cold, but we're starting to get to that place where I can go out on a bike ride and I wouldn't like freeze myself to death. So I'm very dramatic, and I hate riding in the cold. So I can't wait for the warm weather to start coming in so I can get out on my bike a lot more. When I went to Scotland, I went to visit my friend there, and like he honestly is like so lovely, like honestly like such a good friend of mine. Like, I don't know, I just love his energy, and he's so peaceful. And yeah, you know, like those friends who are just like solid people, and like you just totally respect them, and like they have like just good energy. Like there's just nothing negative. Like he's never given me any negative energy, so it was just so nice to hang out with him for a few days. And honestly, it was just like such a good reset. So anyway, he planned a day for us. We went for a long walk. Everywhere in Glasgow we walked. We didn't get any public transport. It was so nice. So we walked all the way to like the botanical garden. We went through Glasgow University, which was like Hogwarts. I don't know why that you can walk in the grounds of the university even when you're not a student, but I walked through the university, which does look very beautiful. We went through a massive park, and I'll put some pictures in of things I took pictures of on the way. And then we went to the botanical garden, and I love nature. And like, even though the botanical garden for me wasn't like the best one I've ever been to, and it wasn't like the most amazing, it was beautiful, and I really enjoyed the experience, and to share it with my friend was like really important to me. So I'm glad I got to do that with him. And then afterwards he booked us to go to like a vegan friendly restaurant, because I'm vegan and a pain in the ass. And it was really, really, really good. Like that, we had cocktails, and like I completely went out of my comfort zone, and I tried ones that I was really scared to try. So the first one I tried was like a chai and oat milk, like it kind of was like a bit like a milkshake with alcohol. It was so nice. When I say it was so nice, even he was jealous of my drink. It was so good. And then I also had like a beetroot cocktail, and that also was really nice. And what was really funny for me was the ice cube inside. I could tell they used like a bougie style ice cube, because I watch a lot of TikToks, like we all do. And I remember watching this specific video that was talking about ice cubes and like how you can tell you have like an expensive cocktail based on the ice cube, and like how ice cubes are made, and like all these different processes. And I thought that was really interesting. So when I got this funky ice cube out, I was like, this is so cool. I definitely put the whole thing in my mouth just to say I'd done that. But the food itself was also really, really nice. Like I had a dish and it was like mushrooms in like soy sauce, but there was a lot of mushrooms, and I basically ordered like a side of toast to go with it, and that was really nice because it like broke down the flavour for me, because the flavour was really rich and intense, and it kind of made it like a bruschetta style. They originally suggested to me rice, but because of the way the mushrooms were shredded kind of like noodles, I was like, I don't feel like that would have worked with the rice. So if you ever go and have what I had, I would definitely recommend with the toast, because I think it's the best sort of thing to go alongside it. Yeah, I 100% recommend going to that restaurant. It was really nice, and apparently it's really popular. So yeah. Okay, so other than that, we walked around. I saw a bit more of Glasgow. I found their like comic store on the high street was really cool. I loved the huge statue in there. It was really cool. Dari asked me if I wanted a picture next to it, and I was like, no. I'm like so socially awkward at times with people taking my picture or videoing in public. And when I go to Amsterdam this week, so I go on Wednesday, my biggest thing is I'm vlogging it. I am making a proper vlog, and if I don't, then I have to rethink my content creation for next year, because if I cannot actually vlog in public and like commit to doing it, then what am I doing? How am I gonna like make the content that I want to make? Because when I get a motorbike, I do want to start motovlogging again, and you know that's fine. That's like kind of easy when you're on a bike, like to video and talk shit, but like in real life it's a bit scarier. So I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. I've booked to go to a couple of museums. I want to go to the Botanical Garden in Amsterdam as well, because I've heard it's really beautiful. So my plan is to try and do that at the weekend. Yeah, I'm excited, a bit nervous about how to spend my time when I first get there and on Sunday evening, because I don't know when everything shuts. And I get the bus at like 10 p.m. on Sunday, and then I'm also getting the bus that gets in at like 7 a.m. on the Thursday. So it's just like a lot of I don't know, a lot of like early mornings and late nights where I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm in a different city. Like if I was in my own city, I'd probably go to McDonald's and get like a fucking breakfast or something. I'm sure they have McDonald's and can do the same thing, but like I don't want to do that when I'm in a different country. So I've been trying to like learn a bit of Dutch as well. So I downloaded Duolingo, and honestly guys, I use Duolingo anyway for my Japanese, and like my Japanese I feel like has been improving, and I'm really happy with like where I'm getting to with it. And like I can't wait to go to Japan and like try and like speak Japanese. And honestly, one of the things I want to do this year is also find like a Japanese tutor. But Dutch for me, I've actually really been enjoying. Like I've got a few Dutch friends now, and I feel like I actually really love their language. And people keep asking me why I want to learn Dutch, and like I'm like, for me it's kind of like the middle ground between German and English. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but like I recognize so many of the words because of my basic knowledge of German, because my family, like I have German in my family, so I used to listen to a lot when I was younger. And then I feel like it's also mixed with English. Like if you think about some of the Dutch words, they're kind of, I feel like sometimes you can work out what a word is based on if you know it in German or like know it in English, and like it kind of, there's a lot of crossover. So I feel like the language itself isn't too difficult from what I've explored of it so far. It may get more difficult, and I'm definitely not saying I understand every Dutch person that speaks, I definitely don't. But I think the fundamental words like ich and like bin and like, I don't know, all those kind of words, they're so similar to German. It's like, I can kind of make sense of some basic things. So I probably have the knowledge of a 1-year-old. But I'm really excited for this week coming up anyway. But yeah, on my day back from Scotland was so funny because I was literally just walking around and like heading to, literally my last walk, I was heading to the train station from Glasgow. I was going to the Glasgow like Queen Street station, I think it's called, and oh my god, my freaking shoe, as soon as Barry left, my shoe just like freaking broke, like the sole like half came off, and I was so annoyed. I didn't take any backup shoes with me to Scotland. I was like, I just need one pair of shoes. Cool. When I go to Amsterdam, I'm not making the same mistake. I'm taking 2 pairs of shoes in case any of my shoes break. I'm not planning really to go on like any crazy nights out or anything, so I was planning just to take some trainers. So I'm hoping that I can go out in trainers if I wanted to go out in Amsterdam. I'm probably gonna have to ask some friends just in case. I don't know if they have like a heels policy like in England, like in some bougie bars you can't unless you wear heels. So if I need to wear heels, then I might cram some in my bag because I do potentially want to go out. But at the moment my main plan in Amsterdam is to do like museums and just enjoy the city like in the day. I do kind of want to do something in the evening just because I'm there, so I might like go for a night walk or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I am very excited, and that's kind of it for this video. What are you doing? I know you just want to lay on me, but like, what are you doing? What? Are you good? You're gonna make my trousers brown, not white. Your oil. And now I look like I'm breastfeeding, bro.